Good morning. Welcome to Scott Moon Writer, scottmoonwriter.com. I'm going to do a quick video. First of all, I need to kind of sort of maybe apologize for my starstruck kind of bonked on the head appearance on Keystroke Medium last night. I've been sick the last couple of days. I still feel pretty cruddy. But yeah, I was losing focus quite a bit. And it's kind of bad because we actually had really good guests. And Jason Onspach has a lot of great stuff. So if you want to see something really interesting and see somebody with a lot of patience and good humor, go over there and watch his video at Keystroke Medium on our YouTube channel, or you can go to keystrokemedium.com for our webpage. Some good things going there. We have a lot of fun on that show, and I had a good time too, but sometimes I felt like maybe I was losing track and interrupting our guests and my co-host a little too much, so I apologize for that. Also apologize for this crazy phone video. I said I wasn't going to do phone videos anymore, or at least a lot less, so I sat down this morning and was working out how to use this very expensive computer and all that set up, just to do quick one-off videos that don't require the rest of the show crew. But of course, I had a few technical glitches that are boring we won't go into. So instead, I'm knocking out one on my phone right now, and it's going to go just on my personal website. We have a lot of videos over at Keystroke Medium, and we're getting a lot more viewers. It's really incredible. I get a phone call. Let me decline that real quick. Stop. There we go. I think I stopped the phone call. I just called for technical assistance, and now I'm getting a call back from Josh. But what I wanted to talk about in this video, besides all those things referenced to the other shows, was I have a third book in a kind of a serial thing I started a while back and kind of let die. And the third book, I threw it up for pre-order for June 17th. And they're generally about 15 to 20,000 words long. This one's called Heavy Weapons. The series involves, and when I go back and reread it, I really like it. I'm not quite sure why I didn't push it harder or try to share it more. So the basic premise of this story universe is, in the future, we've discovered lots of different worlds. You know, this is a long time in the future. It could be 1,000 years, 10,000 years, whatever. But there are literally thousands of worlds, and there's so many that entire planets have become real estate for special projects. And one of the things that was really popular for a time was historical reenactment worlds, or you might have like a sports world. You might have, you know, a science research world, things that where people could kind of come together and hang out with people they really liked, or had a common mission or purpose, or was for entertainment, sometimes they're for profit. So this world, Grendel, was a historical reenactment setting for basically England and Scandinavia in the 9th century, the time of a lot of the Viking wars, Viking invasions. I apologize for this terrible lighting, by the way. I'm just going to give up on it. And so this is basically a Viking world that was made full of role players that were volunteers, and, you know, maybe it was just a good opportunity for them. They're kind of on hard times. They built this whole world to basically look like that period in history, which is kind of weird because obviously the Viking realm, if you were, and the Saxons and stuff around the 9th century didn't cover the whole planet, but in this planet they do. So they built this whole world up. Well, then, of course, the company went bankrupt. 300 years later, there's a bunch of political unrest and espionage going throughout the Galactic Empire, per se. That's not what it's called in this book, but whatever. And our main character has to go down onto this world that's been left to kind of fend for themselves for 300 years and find a certain person that has assassinated the emperor. So the Grendel is a planet full of role players, most of whom have forgot their role players and think that they're existing in a world kind of in the Viking era. And of course, it's going to mutate and change. The planet's got different stuff on it. It's very cool. I enjoyed writing it. I enjoyed reading it. I hope that people will too. I haven't really shared it a lot. It hasn't got a lot of reviews. But I'm going to finish out that series because I think that it's definitely worth it. And whenever I pitch the idea to people, like at conferences or people I run into, they're like, "Oh, that's a pretty cool idea." And I'm like, "Well, why haven't I written it?" And I'm thinking to myself. So I'm working on that today. I have a deadline. I put it up on pre-order because I had kind of a neat book cover I got for not a lot of money that I really like. I had somebody do for me for like 130 bucks. And it's kind of cool. You got to go over and look at. The cover is on my website, scottmoonwriter.com, and also it's up for pre-order on Amazon. So, having said all that, I am getting this third book, or third, kind of, it's a novella. Technically, I think a novella is supposed to be more than 20,000, so I call it a novelette, which sounds dumb. So, I'm getting more messages. So I don't know, it's kind of a not really short story, but anyway, it's 15,000 to 20,000 words long. This will be the third one. There'll probably be 4 or 5 of them, maybe 6 in the series, depending on if people want more. And I really like it. So I'm going to work on that today and the rest of this week. Then I'm going to work really hard on, I have a collaborative writing project that I have a little bit of a non-disclosure kind of unofficial agreement to talk about until it really gets moving. And I'm, of course, going to finish up Burning Sun, which is book 2 in the SMC Marauders series. And that one's coming along really well. I hate putting it aside, but I have to get this other thing done, get them all out there, and hopefully there'll be more awesome writing stories to come. So that was a lot. I talked really fast. My landing's terrible. My technology's bad. My dog probably needs to be taken out. So if you have any comments or interests on that, on that story idea, you can get a hold of me. Probably the best one is at scottmoonwriter@gmail.com. I check that one very frequently, but you can also sign up for my newsletter, get some free stuff, and we can interact that way through email as well. That's all on my website. There's some pop-up things, makes it easy to sign up and get some free stuff. So, but anyway, I hope you're having a great weekend, or going to have a great weekend. I'm going to a part-time job to pay some bills, and I will talk to you later, and have a great day. Thanks.